We have Jake Fowler. You didn't know this, but Jake used to come to this school. Jake does podcasting, he's an entrepreneur, and also is an author as well. Give it up for Jake, guys, please.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
There we go. My name is Jake Fowler, and I was actually a student at this school 20 years ago. So I'm a podcaster, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm an author. And my podcast is called Hunger for the Hustle. I've done over 160 episodes from people all around the world. The book is called Hunger for the Hustle 2. I own and operate 4 businesses around the world, and since leaving this school, I have travelled the world to over 30 countries, and I lived in Australia for 7 years. So I have completely come back full circle, and I told you that I own and operate 4 businesses. My first business started out there on the playground, and I was the guy you could buy your Mars bars and Haribos on. I don't do that, but that's what I used to do. It used to get me in a lot of trouble every day. Don't recommend it. However, it did teach me some skills. Now, between that and where I am now with successful businesses, I have had so many attempts and failures, but every single one of them has brought me closer to something that works out. And I'm going to focus on 3 main things today, because over that journey, I've learned a lot of skills, but there's 3 things I really want to focus on, and those things are curiosity, courage, and collaboration. As a show of hands, has anyone heard the word curiosity before? Or bring too much to everyone? And keep your hand up if you know what it means. Wonderful. So I've always been curious. I've always remained curious, and I think curiosity is actually what's led me here today. It excites me. I'm curious about you guys and what you want to do with your future, and that's actually another question. Put your hand up if you know what you want to do when you leave school. Wow, that's a fair amount of you. And it's fine if you don't, because I had no clue. When I left school, I went on to be a plumber, and I did that for 15 years. That's what took me to Australia, attempting even when things didn't work out. So I think remain curious and don't always go with the first thing, because if it doesn't work out, and often it didn't to me, then you should always try new things and remain curious. The second thing I want to talk about is courage, and to have courage in everything that you do. Curiosity will get you started, and courage will keep you going. It was courage that took me to Australia. It was courage that made me start my first podcast where I had no skills, no money, no know-how. It was courage that continued me to start new businesses when others had failed. Now, we see courage in everything we do, and I'm sure all you guys have to use courage in your classes, with your sports, with your hobbies, and with the things you do both in and outside of school. When we think of animals, lions are known to be courageous, but they aren't born courageous. I'm sure a lot of us have read or heard the story The Lion King, where Simba starts off as a young, shy, scared cub, but he grows to be bold and courageous. And I just see in front of me right now, I don't just see a room of people, I see a room of young, curious, courageous people that can go forth and do whatever they want, and no one can tell them otherwise. So remain curious, and the courage will keep you going. Courage will keep you going when your team isn't winning. Courage will keep you going when the plan isn't going to plan. And courage will keep you going when it seems like nothing else is working out and everything is working against you. Courage is the candle that can't be put out, and courage is the person that can't be put down. That brings me to our third subject, which is collaboration. In everything I do, which is entrepreneurship, writing, and podcasting, it's about collaboration. You have to collaborate with other people. I actually feel like this is a collaboration between all of us here. I'm speaking, you're listening, well, at least I hope you are. And it's a collaboration between all these fantastic people behind me that do their own thing in the world. So collaboration is really important. All over the world, from McDonald's to Barbie and everyone in between. You know, you see like McDonald's X so-and-so, Barbie X so-and-so. And I told you that I own and operate 4 businesses. This is the morning in the day talking UK stuff, and then just as I think it's about time for bed, it's time for all the US stuff. So you can imagine that there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of different people around the world that all have to collaborate to make things work. We've all seen the birds on the back of the animals, and they like peck and clean them and stuff. They're collaborating. We've all seen the fish and the whales and the sharks under the sea, but the little fish that swim underneath them clean them on. They are collaborating. Now, I think you can take something from that You all need to collaborate as you grow and as you spend time in school and as you leave school and as you get into the things that you want to do in further life. I believe that the world needs more collaboration now at this time than any other, more than any other time in my lifetime, and perhaps more than any other time in yours. I've had to collaborate. I've had to stay curious. I've had to have courage. If I didn't, I wouldn't be standing in front of you here today. So I want to thank you all for listening to me. I want to thank you all for having curiosity, for being courageous, and for collaborating.
Yeah.